Hello again everyone. So in this video we will cover the following learning objectives. These are smart dimension and dimension precision, tables such as bill of materials and balloons, and annotations like center lines and center mark. So in the last video we placed our views as they should be, the sectional view, the detail view, and now we're going to dimension our views, also add in the BOM and the center line and center marks, and do the final finishes to our drawing. So, oh yeah, if last time you were not able to edit the scale to this thing, so you can right click our detail view, then left click it, then right click it, and look for edit text in window and add it there, then press OK and it should show up. Okay, so first we're going to start with dimensioning. So we go under sketch or annotation, look for smart dimension. We will start with our sectional view. First of all, give the overall length, then the height, that's 136, 120, and 1 to the center where the axle is located, that should be 70. Also there is one of a hole over here, so we take this edge. You'll have to zoom in a bit because it's pretty narrow gap there. Okay, and select 3. You will notice that in the drawing that's been given there's something next to 3, so it's DIM, and then you write NT YP or whatever you're supposed to. Also select the arrowhead so it's pointed that way, drag it out there. You will also notice that there's a note about this hole, so you go under note. It could be a box or it could be pointing out with an arrow, so we will select this edge here, bring that down and enter your note. Now you need a diameter symbol. You can get that under a symbol option here. For diameter, click OK and write down your text. It's supposed to be 4 through to place and so on. You can finish that. Okay. Now we need to further smart dimension this edge from this edge. That's 38. I do think I finished the smart dimensioning of this area. And also we need a diameter here. So as I move my mouse around, you would see that there's a linear diameter, sort of a linear one, and there's one with an arrowhead pointing out. So I need this one. So to lock this in, if I choose to press my right mouse button, this locks this sort of display, and so we can place that in. Okay. Also we need to now give dimensions of our detail view here. So one is for the overall depth of the spot face. Okay, that didn't work nicely. From here to here. Okay, now we know for a fact that this is not 2, so it's a little less than 2. To correct that, under tolerance and precision we go for 0.1 precision, so that's correct. Change the arrowhead. Also we need from this edge to this edge, that's 10. Place that down. Okay. Oh yeah, for this one you can correct the arrowhead here. Alright. So I do believe most of our dimensioning is done. Whatever notes need to be added, you can edit that. Also, yeah. So to move on, now we're going to insert the bill of materials. So insert a bill of materials, you select a view, like this view here. Go under tables, under annotation you look for tables, and there's general table, whole table, bill of materials, so we choose bill of materials. Once you do that, make sure you have BOM standard selected and go for parts only. Click accept and your bill of materials should come down there. Now there are descriptions here and columns here we don't need. Also the columns we need might be missing, so to do that, when the gray arrow shows up, we use our left mouse button, then right click, hide this column here, and then click the description one, right click and insert column to the right. Now this should be a custom property, and go and look for material. There we go. Once that is done, you can click out of it. Move this around. Now it's taking too much space, so we can narrow it down a bit. Okay. Alright. Now the next thing that you have to ensure is that the arrangement is correct, the order in which they're showing up, because this affects the way the balloons are placed. So you have to do it before you put in the balloons. Now the first one should be the axle support, that's there. The second should be the top plate. then the wheel, and the axle, and the grease fitting. If this is not the order it should be in, you can always hold your left mouse button when this gray button shows, and you can move it around. So at times it doesn't want to move, at times it does, so you can pretty much just do that. Okay, so we'll bring it down again. Also, over here you have to edit the material, so you double click that. It will ask you if you want to break the link, so you can choose break the link, and with your caps lock on, type in component. Okay. You will also see it tells you the quantities that each part was brought in. All your material should be the one that you entered and selected. So when your BOM is done, you can now start with the balloon. Now to auto balloon, first of all, I'm going to show you balloon and auto balloon. You will first select a view that has everything shown in it, which would right now be the sectional view because most of our parts are viewable. We select our sectional view, and then if you select auto balloon, it places the balloons in wherever it finds feasible according to how you select it to be. You can go for balloons on top, or you can go for bottom. There are different views you can go for, but to save ourselves the effort of rearranging it, we will choose not to use auto balloon. We will instead go for balloon, and in it's a pretty smart tool. You just have to highlight over the part that you need, and it will pretty much do it for you and number it according to your BOM. So first of all, we will go for top plate here. Place it there. So that's the number 2. That was what we gave it over there. Also the wheel. The yellow line helps me align it properly. And now we need to do this here. The axle. And lastly, we need our grease fitting. Okay. Once you did your auto ballooning and all the parts are done from 1 to 5, you can check out of that window. So we've done our BOM, we've done our parts. You can arrange them out and see you've covered everything. If there's anything missing, like any text or any details, you can add that in. Also, for the last part, you can also use center lines and center marks. So center lines place lines. So for example, in this view here, if you select this edge and this edge, it will show the center line that was missing over there. Except that, now we want to place center marks. So this would be this one, this one, this one. Okay, except that. Also, maybe you want to see a construction circle here, so you go under sketch, use the circle options, find the center, drop it down to this edge here. Now under this, select for construction, except that, that's done. And then you can smart dimension this circle as well as it'll ask you if you want to leave it driven, so you want to leave it like that, click OK. Like that, and also you can dimension this here. So you can edit the text again from down there, whatever you need to make it like the drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.